Hello everyone. Today we will be doing another breakdown, but this time for 2019. So there really isn't that much coasters coming in 2019. Now remember, these will only in North America, meaning United States only. So there are only several coasters for 2019, so we're gonna go ahead and do a breakdown. So before we get to the video, uh, don't say anything. Like these aren't the anticipated rides. Um, so it is completely different. So I'm not putting this in order like the best ones. I'm just kind of doing a breakdown on the coasters. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Let's get to it. So the number one coaster we'll be doing is Steel Curtain. Sorry, it's kind of cut off, but stats is up there. Um, Length is 4,000 square. No, sorry. 4,000 feet of track. Height is 220 feet. That's same height as Valerie Vin actually, but this is the tallest coaster in Pennsylvania. And not to mention, it's also a world record breaker for having the most inversions on a coaster. So, yeah, in North America, basically. So, Steel Curtain, most talked roller coaster for 2019. Next, we also have Max Force. This is also the coaster that's been talked about recently. So, uh, height is 175 feet, top speed 78 miles per hour. It has 5 inversions, and of course, this is an SNS compressed steel launch coaster, like the bullet coaster there in. Was that China? Is that Korea or something? Correct me if I'm wrong. These coasters are unique. This will be its first kind in America, so this is pretty cool. World record breaker, so it's pretty nice coaster. Uh, Close to the water park though for this coaster, but it still looks unique and would be its first kind, one of a kind, and guess you'll be happy to look at from the train and from the Star Trek tower, which is their observation tower. Get some nice shots of this ride, so it's pretty cool. It's also right next to Raging Bull, as you can see in the background, and close to and also right beside the Demon. So it's pretty interesting roller coaster for 2019. So yeah, next coaster we're gonna break down is Yukon Stryker, Canada's Wonderland, which was rumored to actually get a B&M invert, but instead this came up, and the name was usually supposed to be called Ziz, but it didn't happen. So Yukon Stryker, well, yeah, B&M dive coaster, uh, taller than Valerie Vin, I think. No, same height, basically. Uh, yeah. So here, length is 3,625 feet of track. Height 223 feet. The top speed is 85 miles per hour. Has 4 inversions, and it's a yeah dive coaster. So world record breaker, not only for um, the only world record breaker it has is it is a it has more inversions than any other B&M dive coasters in existence, which is Valerie Vin has 3 inversions, and the two B&M dive coasters that were built first was Shikra at Busch Gardens Tampa and Griffin at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which they both have. Wait, one has 1 inversion and the other one has two, with 2 elements within Griffin, and 1 inversion, which is that one element. That's it. So just more inversions than any other B&M dive coasters. Not really the tallest, but it's going to count as Wonderland for 2019, so stay tuned for that. Next coaster to break down is Copperhead Strike, the first ever Mac multi-launch coaster with true Mac multi-launch coaster to come in America. So, uh, yeah, color scheme is orange and black, and there's now under construction there at Carowinds. This is going where close to where Thunder Road used to be, which is really unique. Since they don't have a launch coaster, now they filled up that whole coaster lineup with this, so that's pretty cool. Get to the stats right now. So the length is 3,255 feet of track. Height is only 82 feet, not a very tall coaster. That's including the inversion. Top speed is 50 miles per hour, not too fast, but average speed. It has 5 inversions, and it's built by Mac. So of course it's a Mac multi-launch steel coaster, and will be opening in 2019 there in Carowinds. Hope you guys are excited to ride that, because if this is your home park, you guys should be hyped for it. Next coaster to break down is West Coast Racers. They're at my home park, finally getting a new coaster, but not the best. So, but this is still one of my anticipated ride for next year. So, okay, get to the stats. Well, there wasn't really too many. They didn't say anything, even the length and everything, but here it goes. Top speed is only 55 miles per hour, same speed as Ninja. They're at the same park, which is their suspended coaster. It's also gonna be next to each other, which is pretty kind of redundant, but it's still a coaster. Still looks unique. Has 4 inversions, and manufacturers, the same manufacturer is at the same park with Full Throttle, which is Premier Rides. Not really the coaster that people were expecting. They were expecting to see a Giga come or a RMC T-Rex or a Raptor. I guess it didn't show up. But if that were to round up the rides, then Magic Mountain will be talked a lot. But this wasn't the coaster that people were talking about. Basically coaster enthusiasts. So that's why it's really not that popular of a ride, because it's just a Premier Rides multi-launch coaster. I mean, it's Mobius, so the type is quasi-Mobius launch coaster. So you put Full Throttle and Twisted Colossus together. That's exactly the same concept, except this is a launch coaster. Actually, more focused with the families, just like Manta at SeaWorld San Diego. So it's just a unique ride, but not really the best for the 2019 season. Um, Next coaster to break down, Batman the Ride at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in Vallejo, California. Uh, so they got their, so you can see on your right side, that's considered as a coaster that people have been saying that it is a coaster. The in the background, the Skyline Skywarp right next to the Batman. So and Superman in between. So it's a coaster, so yeah. But we'll talk about Batman by itself. So this is gonna be its first SNS 40 free fly or free spin coming in California. So it'll be unique to see, but kind of wish that Magic Mountain received one of these, because these look more unique than those Intamin Zack spins. Those Zack spins look kind of boring, but you know, it's Six Flags, whatever they decide to do, that's what they do. But Batman, that's the same name exactly as the one at Fiesta, Texas, but what could Six Flags do? Okay, stats. We're gonna get to the length stats right now. The length is 1,019 feet. and the height is only 120 feet, just like the other SNS 40 free fly free spin model. So top speed 38 miles per hour, zero inversions, manufacturers SNS worldwide, and it is a, of course, an 40 free fly coaster. So it's kind of interesting that California is first getting an SNS 40 free fly free spin coaster. So pretty interesting and unique. It probably makes the enthusiasts a little happy that this is coming, but at the same time it's been cloned. That's why people are getting tired of talking about this coaster. So that's why I never heard anyone talk about this ride in general, because it's clone coaster. It's not really unique and talk about because many people ridden other SNS 40 free spins, such as the Jokers at several Six Flags parks and Bam and the Ride at Fiesta, Texas. So they seem to be the same experience. And there's some out of the United States, Wonder Woman, and the other one to be the Arashi there at Nagashima Spa Land. So they're all the same rides. That's why it's not been talked about much. But looks like a unique ride coming to California. This will be its first. So next coaster to break down is Tigress at Busch Gardens Tampa, there in Florida. So of course clone coaster, no one really talks about it much. Same as the one with Bam and the Ride, because these are clone coasters. We have several of these. Superman Ultimate Flight, there at Discovery Kingdom. Electric Eel, SeaWorld San Diego. Tempesto, there at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and Zombie Ride there. I forgot what park it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. All those rides. Okay. Stats is okay. Length 860 feet, 863 feet of track. Height 150 feet. Speed 62 miles per hour. Has one inversion. And of course, that's the barrel on top, as you can see. Or this, yeah. Manufacturer, Premier Rides. And of course, it is a Skyrocket 2 coaster. So these are been cloned for a couple times now. And it's really getting redundant now. Or obvious that we've seen all these rides pop up in multiple parks every year. I mean, not every year, but almost every year. So it's kind of getting obnoxious now. So yeah, it's kind of getting obvious. Next coaster to break down, Firebird. This is just a flawless conversion, so we pretty much got the same stats from Apocalypse, but we're gonna read them anyways. Okay, here's the stats. The length is 2,900 feet of track. Height is only 100 feet. Top speed 55 miles per hour. Has two inversions. Manufacturer is built by B&M aka Bulgar and Mablard. So it's just a conversion, B&M floorless. Same layout with Apocalypse. So don't be shocked that Six Flags America is getting a brand new floorless coaster and Apocalypse getting scrapped. No, this is just being converted. Just to let guys know, if you guys are still not smart enough yet, or at least you're not really an enthusiast. So, yeah. Next coaster to break down. Okay. A DraganFlyer for the new Wildwood Grove expansion coming to Dollywood. So this was pretty interesting. Finally, Dollywood expanded their park. So their expansion, if you forgot already, just in case you forget, this is going towards Thunderhead and towards Mystery Mine. So pretty interesting. But the rest are unique family-based thrill rides. This is pretty cool. Theme is themed to a night spectacular forest. So when you go here at night, light package should be nice and cool. And hopefully during the Christmas season, they're gonna put a lot of a lot of decorations, and it will look stunning at night, which is pretty cool. So hope that happens starting next year, December 2019. They put a lot of light package in the park, just like Holiday in the Park, but more stunning. So it would be pretty nice. Anyways, let's go to the coaster. Yeah, so construction already been started. If you guys didn't know, just in case. Okay, stats. Okay, we have the length is only 1,486.2 feet of track, and the height is only 63.3 feet. Top speed 86.6 miles per hour, has no inversions, and manufactured by Vekoma. So this is a family-based roller coaster. So the type is a family suspended coaster. It's a 453M. I don't know what that M stands for, but this is a clone coaster, and we really hope no coaster like this will pop up any at any other theme parks. But you know, it might happen. Hopefully not, because we're getting obnoxious about, or obvious. We're feeling obnoxious that they're getting clone coasters now. So hopefully, no. We want to see custom coasters because they're better. Anyways, yeah, it's fast spinning coaster, and it is cloned to or canon. They're at 4 Up Summerland. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry if I don't know if I pronounced it wrong, but uh, yeah, DraganFlyer. Also, they don't have an inverted coaster at Dollywood. This will be their first inverted coaster, but this is actually suspended coaster. But same thing, inverted coaster. No, they're completely different. This is a suspended coaster, but they don't have any coasters that you're hanging below the track. So this will be unique. Next coaster to break down, Kentucky Flyer. They just announced a few weeks ago or last month or something. I don't remember, but probably last week or 3 weeks ago. Here at Kentucky Kingdom, finally getting a coaster for 2019. Last coaster they got was Storm Chaser, their RMC coaster. Now this is their coaster. So yeah, this is a yeah. Let's get to the stats. Length is 1,280 feet of track. Height 45 feet. It's just my guess. Well, because it said that drop is 45 feet, so I'm guessing it's a drop. The height is 45 feet tall. Top speed goes 35 miles per hour. Has zero inversions. Manufacturer Gravity Group, and it's a wooden coaster with hybrid supports, meaning steel supports. So you kind of got it with Mind Blower and Oscar's Waxy Taxi. Uh, Also, yeah, and the other Gravity Group coasters that you see. So this is good for the families. This is going close to their uh, Hurricane Bay water park, so it's pretty cool. So you get nice views from the water park now, since you have T3, uh, Thunder Run, and now this one. So you get a nice view from the water park. This is stunning, so it's nice to finally have a coaster again, going to Kentucky Kingdom. Uh, and then the last but not least coaster that just been announced just last week is Tidal Twister, which this is really not popular because they think this is a flat ride, but many are saying that this is a roller coaster, but I'll call this a roller coaster because it has a track and it has a coaster as you can see in the image. See, the track is purple and there's the cars, but I don't think this is the official color because in some renderings, like For example, DraganFlyer had a rendering that showed the coaster that will be purple, and I forgot what something is, color support is, but it was purple. But in the other rendering, it was green, so we actually saw it green in person. We saw some construction site pictures online. I mean, I did, and it was green. So who knows, this one will be purple, or this one will be light blue with beige supports. It could be light blue with beige supports. Almost the same color scheme as Kraken there at SeaWorld Orlando, so we could possibly see that color. But most people are calling this a coaster, so I put it up here. But in RCDB, it didn't show up yet on the list. But as yeah, that's all the coasters for 2019. Hope you enjoyed this. What do you guys think of all the coasters coming in 2019? Which one is your most anticipated one? Comment down, comment on the box below and share your thoughts. I would love to hear what your anticipated ride is for 2019. Hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for more. Comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.